Gotcha.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another Monster Hunter World video. This is Thegameconomist, and today I'm giving you my list of the 12 best charms that you need to build. Starting in 12th place, we have the Geologist Charm. The Geologist Charm isn't really going to be used in a damaging attack build. You're going to put that on a farming build, and then you're going to pop into an expedition, and you're going to run around to the gathering points, and when you go do something like gather bones from bone piles, or mine ores from the mining crops, you're going to get an extra material from those. So this is just valuable for those newer players who are looking for more materials. And by the way, you can take those materials and sell them later, so this is also useful if you're just trying to make a little more money. In 11th place, I couldn't help but have the Health Charm on the list. The Health Charm is also very useful for players early on. It's a very inexpensive charm to build, and in my opinion, the Health Boost skill is one of the best defensive skills in the game because it simply allows you to take more hits. So 11th place, the Health Charm. In 10th place, we have the Wide Range Charm. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with this skill, basically allows your consumables, your heals, your buffs, it allows them to affect your teammates. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this charm, the Wide Range Charm, and then you're going to wear the Lunastra Van Braces, and together you're going to very efficiently max out the Wide Range skill. Okay, so Wide Range has definitely become more prominent with the release of the Behemoth. You have people who are trying to play dedicated support builds, and this is probably one of the most efficient ways to build that skill. In 9th place, I couldn't help but mention the Slugger Charm. So a lot of people tell you don't bother with the Slugger, but that's actually not true when you're building sticky ammo on the bowguns, and even in some cases with the hammers and the hunting horns, if you're just trying to be crowd control for your team, you might still consider building it, especially since you can build the entire Slugger skill using just the charm slot. That's right, because you get 3 levels of Slugger from the charm slot, which is extremely efficient because it allows you to open up your chest piece. See, normally you would have taken like the Diablos armor, or you would have had to spread out 3 medium decorations. Well, now you move it over to the charm slot, and you're being about as efficient as you can be with adding Slugger to your build. In 8th place, we have Weakness Exploit. So with the Weakness Exploit charm, it's not the most efficient charm. It only gives you 2 levels of a medium decoration. However, Weakness Exploit is so important that I recommend you build it, especially if you're a newer player and don't have any of these decorations. Same with the next charm. In 7th place, we have the Maximum Might charm. They both might as well have tied for 7.5 place because they're about even in terms of value. The Maximum Might charm gives you affinity, the Weakness Exploit charm gives you affinity. Weakness Exploit gives you more affinity, however it requires you to hit weak spots. Maximum Might gives you less affinity, however you just need to have all of your stamina, and they're both extremely important skills to build. After that, in 6th place, I put the Earplugs Charm. So the Earplugs Charm is surprisingly efficient if you build it in the charm slot because you're given 3 ranks of it. This is a level 3 decoration, the Earplugs decoration, and you're getting 3 of them in your charm slot. And that means you can finish off the Earplug skill by either building the Bazel helmet or the Bazel coil. And now we are starting our countdown from 5th place. In 5th place, I have the Fitness Charm. So the Constitution skill is valuable for any weapon that uses stamina in order to deal damage. Take the bows, for example, one of the most popular weapon classes in the game. It's a very damaging weapon class that can compete with the heavy bowguns, and they use the Constitution skill in order to be able to get more combinations out before they have to stop and let their stamina come back. Well, the reason the Fitness Charm is so valuable here is just because there's not a lot of good Constitution armor pieces in the game, but also the fact that you're getting 3 medium decorations on this charm. So this is a priority charm, especially if you use a weapon that uses stamina. In 4th place, another important skill, the Artillery Charm. So the Artillery Charm is used for all kinds of weapons, in particular weapons that are going to be doing explosive damage. And these weapons dealing explosive damage types, like the sticky ammo, for example, or shelling on a lance, the damage is only affected by the artillery skill. So if you want to deal good damage with those weapons or those ammo types, you have to have artillery. And using the charm slot for this is preferable because the artillery decoration can be hard to come by. It took me a while before I unlocked all of them, so I would recommend just moving right into building the charm if you're going to be using a weapon or an ammo type that is explosive. In 3rd place, we have one of my most used charms in the game, the Handicraft Charm. The Handicraft Charm is similar to Earplugs in the way that Handicraft is a level 3 decoration, and you're getting 3 levels of that on a charm. That's extremely efficient. And bringing your weapon's sharpness up to white is one of the ways you really increase the raw damage of your weapon. So being able to add damage with Handicraft is extremely valuable. Now there's situations where you won't use the Handicraft Charm, typically when you don't need a lot more sharpness, but when you need to max out sharpness, Handicraft Charm is one of the most efficient ways to do it. Finally, you could say first place and second place are both tying for first place is the Attack Boost Charm and the Critical Eye Charm. These are two of the most valuable skills in the game, and the reason I place Attack Boost in first is just because those attack boost decorations are so hard to come by, but you should have been given one attack boost decoration from the storyline, and once you've gotten that, you can pair it with the Attack Boost Charm to get Attack Boost 4. When you reach Attack Boost 4, you're given a bonus 5% affinity. That makes this one of the most desirable skills on any build that benefits from the Attack Boost skill. And guess what? Most builds benefit from the Attack Boost skill. Like I mentioned the artillery skill earlier, explosive ammo types, for example, they won't really benefit from attack, but the vast majority of weapons do benefit from it. Likewise, we have to talk a little bit about that Critical Eye Charm as well. Similar to the Attack Boost Charm, it gives you 3 levels of Critical Eye. And one of the best ways to boost your raw damage in this game is to get 3 levels of the Critical Boost skill onto your build. And guess what? Once you've gotten Crit Boost onto your build, you've got to have a lot of affinity. And Critical Eye is one of the best ways to build up static affinity alongside Maximum Might and Weakness Exploit. So this is an incredibly important skill too, especially if you're using something like one of the Devil Joe weapons, a weapon that has starting negative affinity. In that case, you'll be prioritizing building Critical Eye over Attack Boost. You don't need Attack Boost in that situation. You need to correct your negative affinity. Alright, so that's a whole bunch of information. I just told you the top 12 charms that I think you should build in order of importance. I hope you found this list useful. If you'd like to add a charm that you think should be built as well, please be sure to mention it in the comment section. Alright, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.